Maine to Woodland to around the world. It's time for Monsoon Live. I'm your host, Jeffrey, the Monsoon Machine, Mysick. And yes, we're back. We have a great show for you, but let me give you an update from last week's show. As you can tell, our executive producer is feeling much better. He's still recovering, but he is doing great. Continuing fast healing for my buddy. But last week, we began the road to Mania 22. We still have a couple weeks away, but we started it. This week, we're taking on the MMA world again. A couple weeks ago, we had a chance to interview Blaine Shutdown Shut. And I was looking around the MMA world this week and started seeing what big fight is coming up. Well, this Sunday, when this show airs, there will be a major UFC fight. It's in the bantamweight division. TJ Dillashaw, the UFC bantamweight champion, takes on Dominick Cruz. Now, here's the thing about Cruz. Cruz is one of our friends on Facebook. He is coming off of ACL tears, a torn quadriceps. Now, in my view, this fight is going to be epic. These two have great defense. They have great offense. It's going to be one. Now, it's going to be a question mark. Is TJ the best? Is he? Because, unfortunately for Dominick, he had to give up the title because of injury. Is TJ legit? We will find out this Sunday in Boston. My prediction, I'm picking Dominick Cruz in a close 5-round decision. The next big news in the MMA world was the former wrestler known as CM Punk, that the news has broken that he might have a match at last. Dana White, the president of UFC, said that if Mickey Gills wins his next fight, he gets Punk. Now, I normally don't rant about former WWE wrestlers, but CM Punk, legitimate, great WWE career. On the microphone, amazing. Wrestler, amazing. The longest title reign of the modern age. And I mean, not Bruno Sammartino, not Hulk Hogan, not even John Cena. He had a legitimate run. He went against The Undertaker. He did all of this. Then he walked out of WWE, spent a year training. CM Punk is not like Brock Lesnar. He is not like Bobby Lashley, who went from the sports world into into WWE and then into MMA and then back to WWE or into pro wrestling. Punk, he's in for a rough time. I'm thinking Punk's going to lose in his first fight. He's not going to be on the big 300 UFC card. He'll be probably relegated to the 299 card. It's going to be an interesting setup for that one. Now, moving on from the CM Punk era, we have to talk about Conor McGregor. He has moved up into the lightweight division and he's going for a title match in March. And Conor, I have a couple friends that want to see this guy get knocked out. He's cocky. He's arrogant. He's just good. That's the bottom line. Conor is great. He knocks people out. He beats them at their own game. So he's moving up for a title match in March. We'll be covering that as well. But here's the thing with Conor. He backs it up. When I compare it to the other UFC fighters right now, Dominick, injuries. TJ has been okay, guys. Punk, yeah, some more. But Conor is legit. He's dominating. We'll see what happens in March. But that's it. We're going to move on to some closing thoughts. We focus on the MMA world today, but the closing thought, as I like to do it, this past week I've been training boxing and also now learning pro wrestling from a buddy of mine, and it's been an amazing experience. getting to learn new things and really get to, start honing my skills, actually. Honing my skills in boxing, going to spar this week. And want to do this for you guys. If there's something you want, something you're passionate about, there are 3 things. I'm going to make this recommendation. 3 things. 1, you got to have a best friend who's going to support you. I got that. 2, make sure your family's behind you. My family's behind me. And I got my best friend. And number 3, passion. You've got to be willing to give up stuff. I have had to give up the way I eat. I've had to change my whole schedule around to go after it. So if there's something you're passionate about it, go for it. Well, guys, that's it for this week. Next week on the show, because we are making our March to Mania 22, I will reveal the final member of the Monsoon Live Hall of Fame Class of 2016. This person is joining the 4, I like to say the creme de la creme, but really the 4 best from the group that we could have picked like 20, but we had to narrow it down to 5. They're joining, this individual will be joining Mark Holly, Travis Lee Hartman, Steve Cunningham, Michael Tovar, and then we will have a Hall of Fame set. And also, we're going to have a boxing surprise. Can't tell you, you might see yours showing it. So join us next week, and don't forget, what's your comments? How do you feel what I've just said about Punk, McGregor, and the big fight that's coming up? So follow us. Follow me on Twitter at MonsoonLive83, or check out the website. We're going to be posting some new stuff in the coming weeks. But for now, we hope you have a great week. Keep it real. We'll see you next week on Monsoon Live. Later.